Good afternoon. Today we are going to see a case study on. I'm going to give a problem statement. We are going to give a solution. What is the problem statement is? Nowadays, students are using ChatGPT for study purpose. Before the exam or one day prayer for anything, for taking notes, whatever it may be, how we are going to use the ChatGPT or any AI tool. What I want to do is, you want to create a solution for the problem. The problem statement is, the students should get the important points which they have to write, and they should get the key points. If I give any problem to any question to the ChatGPT, it will give something undercurrent also. So you have to solve that problem. You have to get the exact answer, and it should be in key points, and it also should be user friendly, the student friendly. Whatever you are learning in that, it should be the important points that you have to give in the examination. So that's what we will be doing.
Okay, as you said, today many students face many difficulties in understanding the complex subject and managing their future. Even though the study material is a large amount, they didn't get the important points. In addition, the students do not have a personalized learning guide. So this makes the learning slower, and makes more stressful during the examination. So the problem we have identified here is, so how can we make the learning faster and quick way, so that personalized learning guide in using modern technologies.
Okay, now let me continue with the concept explanation. First thing is generative AI is a branch of artificial intelligence. So they focus on creating a new idea and generating new concepts as an output. So it is trained on large models. So it also include some of the technologies like nuclear and transformers, etc. So it is it also used to generate information such as images and codes. It learns the pattern that how the user need. Also, one of the main example is the popular one is ChatGPT. So which understands the questions from the user and gives generated human-like output. So it gives us an output which is more similar to the humans. Also the solutions like we can get assignments, writing notes, which will be similar to the human inputs. So also the generative AI works mainly combined with the two technologies. One is, as I mentioned, nuclear network, and another thing is transformer. So the transformers. So these models predicts the outcomes making of sequences, so allowing them to produce confident and most relevant answers.
Okay, the next comes a solution design for this. So after identifying the problem, we designed a smart solution using the generative AI. We developed an AI-based study assistant that supports the students in their everyday life of learning process. This tool, which is designed to make the studying process easier way and faster and more interactive on the way. So one of the key features is the system that is summarized notes, that is long notes into a short one, which is more easier. And simple points. This helps the students to quick understand their concept and without spending too much in their studies. So it can also answer quickly, instantly. So because based on the ChatGPT, it's also required the most answers quickly and instant. So we can also answer questions. And another important feature is the quiz generation. That is, the system can automatically create practicing questions based on the quiz, and which helps the students to test their knowledge, how they have been studied, and based on the questions to understand. So overall, this AS solution reduces the manual effort and saves time and makes the learning more efficient.
Okay, so next we have to implement the idea. As we have created, we have analyzed the problem and created a model. Next we have to implement it in the real life. So if we see, as we are using ChatGPT, it gives more information than required. So students are a bit confused and they themselves need to extract the information that are required. So we are study assistant, we can get only the important information that are needed, and that too student friendly and in points. So students mainly do two things. Either they upload the question bank or PDF, or they manually type the questions. So we need to check out that both the conditions follow critically, and the AI generates the output clearly for both of them. So as we tested, it gave the results as we expected. Like it gave clear points and it explained each point in a clear manner, and the students were easy to adapt with that.
So from our case study, we have observed that there are several positive outcomes using GenAI in our education system. So firstly, students are able to save their significant amount of time because AI are generating the answers quickly and summarizing it so that it was easy for students to revise it firstly. And then secondly, it helps for students to better understanding the complex topics by breaking them into a simple concept so that the students can understand easily. And thirdly, we can use it for faster revision and we can also assess ourselves by keeping the self-assessment. So it helps the students to understand themselves. So however, there are several positive outcomes. There are some issues also like while we are using ChatGPT, it gives the contents which are repeated contents or misleading information. So that the students have to verify or cross-check them to verify the answer is correct or not. And another concern is the students are overly dependent on the ChatGPT, so that instead of developing their skills, they are overly relying on ChatGPT's answer. So that we have to use ChatGPT as a support system, not as a helping in our own way.
Hope you understood how to design a AI model that behaves as a student. Thank you.